Our world is exciting and mysterious. I share my stories of my adventures with you. Welcome to Igor Travels the World.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to another episode. Today I'm going to talk to you about how I get my footage to have that kind of Steadicam feel, how I get my tilt and my panning shots, all right, and what equipment I use. Let me introduce to you the Zhiyun-Tech Evolution GoPro Gimbal made in China. Here it is. Boom. Okay, let me give you the shortest explanation. This is a computer and it calculates your hand shaking movements and keeps the camera steady. That's all you need to know. This is a monitor you can attach to it. It's not on right now, okay? That you can actually follow, see what you're doing. If you don't want to use it, simply take it off. It doesn't add any extra weight, but I'll get into that later. It tilts. I'm going to go up. And it tilts down. These are how I get my kind of tilting shots where I show a building or a mountain or something like that. And what I do for panning is I simply rotate the actual bar, the handle, and then the camera just rotates with it. It's really nice. Now there are multiple modes in here. I'll get into it later. Let's break it down step by step and see how to turn this on and how to plug it in. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, everyone. So here we go. This is a complete kit of the Zhiyun Evolution GoPro Gimbal. Batteries, monitor, charger, cables, everything. So let me explain step by step what you get in a package. Number one, you do not get the GoPro, okay? So let's be clear, the GoPro is a separate purchase, okay? Put that back. So you have here your actual handle with the actual computer built into it, the gimbal itself, the joystick button here, power button here, and a blinking light indicator. I'll show you later how to actually install everything. This is made from aircraft aluminum, so it's light, but it's very, very durable. You have two batteries that come included with the kit. I purchased two more. I asked them for two more because, you know, I like to take mine out sometimes for all day adventures and I don't always have charging abilities, so it's nice to have an extra set of batteries. The monitor, which is an extra fee, but I like it. It's a little tiny monitor. I don't even think it has a brand name. This is the clip that actually holds the GoPro camera in it. Now here you have two cables. I'll explain to you only the one that I use. I use the 4-pin connector because not only can I use the monitor, but I also can charge my GoPro while I have the gimbal on. This is the battery charger here and the battery charging cable, which is a micro USB to a USB. All right, so now let's break down and show you how to build a setup that you can actually use. All right, guys, so now in real time, I'm going to show you how to put a gimbal together, okay? So first things first, let's put in the batteries. Now, batteries must go positive side up, okay? Very important. Do not change the direction that they're supposed to go in. And once you're done, slide the cap on. All right, there we go. Okay, so once you have your batteries in, the next thing you should do is slide in the camera. But what I recommend first is plug in the cable that you're going to use to charge and use the monitor. All right, and then I'll try to do this here. You have to make sure that as you slide it in, it's seated as much this way and this way as possible to make sure it touches these corners, because if it's not touching, you'll have slightly crooked footage and you won't notice it until later. So make sure, what I like to do is I like to kind of snugly hold it with my thumb, okay? And then you're gonna wanna slide in these here, the bracket, which will fit into this hole here and this hole here. So slide that in. Now guys, finger tight, okay? Don't over crank it. This is not something that's you know, meant to hold a lot of weight. No need to over crank. Finger tight's okay. Now, one thing I should have done, but I've seen different people do, is I like to put this under this bracket. So I did it specifically to show you what happens if you don't put it under this bracket and you plug it in. Sometimes the cable will snag. It'll start to get tight. So I did this on purpose. Now I'm going to undo this and show you the proper way. Okay, so let's go back. Now, I'm gonna slide this in here, and you know what? I might as well go ahead and plug that in ahead of time. There, okay. Make sure it's nice and tight in there. Now, same thing, I hold it with my finger, make sure it's nice and snug against this corner and this, up here, and slide in the bracket. Now make sure that the cable is underneath the bracket. So I'll show you what I mean in a second. Let's do the top one a little bit. And the bottom one, it's gonna go underneath. So it'll look like this. Finger tight. And see, now the cable rests underneath this bracket. And not only do you have a little bit of extra space to reach this, but now you don't risk snagging it as much. And it sits comfortably. There's no risk, no danger. It sits snugly right under there. So gently with your fingers, make sure to push that in. That looks to be like it's in there. Okay, I always like to check. Now you can see, actually, I missed. I came up a little bit short against the wall, so actually got to push that back in a little bit. And finger tight. I'm done. That's it. So last, I'm going to plug in the monitor. That's it. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it on. If my batteries are full, you'll get 4 blinks. If your batteries are 75%, you'll get 3 blinks. And if they're lower, 2 blinks and 1 blink. Essentially, more blinks, more power. Now I'm going to press and hold the button, and it wakes up the gimbal. That's it. So that's how you turn it on. That's how you get it ready. Let's check out some demonstration footage.